very sorry. So welcome to the program briefing. Sorry, for physics and green energy. So before so I'm Dr. Shi. I'm the associate professor in the Department of Physics. So the first thing I want to ask is what language that you prefer me to give the briefing? Do you prefer English or you prefer Cantonese? 你想用廣東話，我用廣東話講，定係用英文講？ No preference? No preference, then I'll just use English in case someone someone typed something. English, okay, good. I'll just use English then. So so the physics department offer a program called Physics and Green Energy. So in fact, under this major, there are two very different concentrations that actually are designed to match the different interests of our students. So the first is a more sort of well-known, so some of you probably have learned some physics in high school. So this concentration is called applied physics concentration. So it will talk about technology, physics concepts that are really important and for research and development. And the second concentration, which is very unique, I believe we are the only department or the only major program that actually give some comprehensive training in green energy, right? So I think everybody understands sustainability, this sort of green technology is very important now because all the countries, and regions, including Hong Kong, aim at carbon neutral in the middle of the century. So we need very important sort of energy saving technologies, renewable technology, green buildings in particular for Hong Kong, and then energy audit, these management skills too. So that's why we actually designed a very new sort of a topic on green energy as one of the concentrations. This is called energy management and technology. So the applied physics concentration very much aims at talking about the physics concept, quantitative tools, and then the technology know-how that towards actually developing new technology to solve all the grand challenges that we have now, right? So the major study components, of course, would be advanced physics topics, quantitative methods, because now, we are sort of dealing with large data sets. So you need some computational skill, some sort of modeling skills to actually tackle this problem. A very important component in this concentration, of course, is research, because we are talking about technology. We've got to get you to work on some real cutting edge research, right? So this is done by a couple of study components. We'll have guided studies. So basically you work with a professor starting from year 2, and then you can pick a very interesting topic and then continue to work on it. And we also have a scholarship that you can actually work in a professor's lab during summer. And we of course have, after all these sort of research, you can actually consolidate everything to do a very comprehensive final year project on this topic. So the research in Baptist University's physics department is very, very interdisciplinary, right? So we are not just talking about material that are sort of maybe you understand, but we also are into the area that are very interdisciplinary and very sort of forward-looking area. For example, disease, brain dynamics, and then computation on big data and AI. And then of course, on the green energy side, we have these advanced green materials, energy, novel smart devices, energy harvesting devices. So we are actually really on the forefront of, like, personally, I think two very important grand challenges that we face now. One is, of course, sustainability, and then climate change, which we want to actually tackle using green technology and renewable energy. The second thing, of course, is big data and AI, right, which we it will be everywhere that help us to build smart city, to find solutions to very big challenges. And these are actually you'll be able to sort of get a taste of these research at our physics department. So as I said, our professors are very keen to actually translate the technology that they develop into the real world, right? So a couple of our professors actually got the world-renowned invention awards in Geneva from 2016, actually all the way to 2021. Actually, Professor Chair just got another invention award this year. And these technologies actually have been successfully translated to a few startup companies. So you see in total, we have 5 professors that have started their startup company based on the technology that they developed. So in this particular concentration, of course, you would, after getting the degree, you would likely work in tech companies. But not only just tech companies, you have many of the graduate work in sort of a research and development institutes, working for the government, and even these trading companies, Jardine. And then actually a lot of our students in this concentration chose to continue their study either with a master degree or PhD degree overseas. Actually, many of them got full scholarship to go to like very world-renowned university to pursue further study. So the second concentration is very unique, I would say, for our program. It's called Energy Management and Technology. So this is very much trying to sort of tackle the issue of renewable energy, green energy, and then smart technology that can significantly reduce our overall energy consumption and make our sort of life a lot greener. Right? So this is a concentration very much emphasized on really smart technology, sustainable technology. So we will aim to train professionals that can meet the growing demands in the sector of energy technologists, energy manager, energy analysts, in particular in Hong Kong, in the sector of green buildings. So in this concentration, we'll talk a lot about energy management, all right? So because if you want to reduce energy consumption, you first need to do a proper audit, right? So what is your energy performance? Then you need to know what kind of technologies, what kind of strategies that you can use to actually reduce the overall energy consumption or make the whole energy consumption process more sustainable and greener. So this is very much the part of energy management. And then, of course, a lot of like smart technology that can reduce our energy consumption, and then, of course, renewable energy. So for this is very much career oriented. So we'll have internship opportunity, overseas exchange. Also, like we send our students to international conferences to really get a taste of what is green energy, like this very vibrant and expanding sector. What is the current status, at the global level? We'll also have study tours and field trips. So as I just said, the key reason that we actually designed this concentration is because there is this great in really expanding demand of professionals that really can contribute to this sort of green initiative in Hong Kong. So you could see in this sort of smart city blueprint issued by the Hong Kong government, actually very, very important parts of them are promoting green and intelligent building. So this is precisely what this concentration will address. Will improve energy efficiency in commercial settings, and then also sort of develop smart grids. So these are all very key components. And then these are jobs out there that for really try to sort of develop Hong Kong towards a smart and sustainable future, right? So I kept mentioning green buildings. So the issue why green buildings are very, very important for Hong Kong is actually because buildings, so Hong Kong doesn't have that much manufacturing anymore. So the biggest energy consumption, actually 90% of the electricity used in Hong Kong is consumed in buildings, either commercial buildings or your home, right? So domestic household. So the most critical strategy to reduce our overall energy consumption is to make these buildings much more energy efficient, right? So that's why in this energy saving plan, the government specifically lists that we want all our buildings to be at the level of platinum or at least above gold, right, in terms of energy efficiency. So that's why we think this energy management and then green technology have a very sort of a bright future. So in our program, we also specifically included courses called energy management and technology that actually can help you to get some basic understandings of this whole big sector. That will actually help you to actually take some professional examination. So one of the professional examination globally is called Certified Energy Manager. So we have courses in this concentration that will prepare you to actually take this concentration, take the exam of this professional certificate. So after you actually pass the exam and then get some years of experience in this green sector, you'll be able to get certified as an international energy manager, right? So, and we actually work closely with the industry. Some of our students actually got a scholarship from one of our collaborators, is the Association of Energy Engineers in Hong Kong. So, and then our students also formed the first student chapter for AE Hong Kong a few years back. So we are actually very actively collaborating with our industrial partners to actually get you to experience, like the real world, right? What is happening in the green energy sector. And I think that will also help you to later develop your career in this sector. So besides these courses, so possible internship and some collaboration with industrial partner, we also actually every year, ever since 2014, when we first launched the program, this particular concentration, we actually sent students every year to the United States to attend the world's biggest energy congress called the World Energy Engineering Congress. So there you will actually see the most cutting edge green energy technology and sustainable energy technology. So this is 2019. But unfortunately, last year, because of COVID, and also this year, because of COVID, we are not able to send our students, but we are very looking forward to resuming this very exciting overseas trip for our undergraduate students next year when COVID actually is more under control. So since this is very career-oriented concentration, so internship is a very, very important part of it. So through the years, our students actually get very, very good internship opportunities in the industry. For example, HKBU, right, actually took a 1 year off to do a 1 year internship in CLP. And Kenny got a summer internship in Hong Kong Electric, and Wyland actually got a summer internship in the Energy and Building Department in the Hong Kong Jockey Club. Right, so there are many sort of these sort of big industrial corporations that are really moving into the green sector. So other internship in employment examples. So students actually, you can see, work across different sectors, energy audit, energy consulting firms, renewable energy companies, environmental agency, right, the MTR, Town Gas, the Environmental Protection Department, Hong Kong SAR. So this Fugro actually is one of the world's biggest ocean resource companies. So a few of graduates actually working here because Hong Kong obviously have a lot of sea around us. So there are many really, this is a big growing sector in terms of jobs, right? So as I said, you could work in utility companies, you can work in energy management and consulting firms. Actually, BU every year would do an energy audit, right, to actually see what is our energy consumption situations like, what sort of new improvement we can do, right? Another very important part is really green buildings, right? Because as I said, the government already mandates that every building has to be, in terms of energy efficiency, have to be above green or even platinum. So there is quite a lot of demand in professional in this sector. So of course, government and the high-tech company that develop these renewable energy, green and smart technology to reduce overall energy consumption. And even in investment, actually renewable energy is one of the very, very rapidly growing investment sectors because, as all countries around the world giving up on coal, giving up on traditional fossil fuel, we need new investment in more sustainable technology in terms of energy production, transmission, consumption. We also need to further, investment to develop renewable energy, in particular wind and solar energy. So this all involves actually quite a lot of investment activities. So some of our students actually are in this sector, right? So that's a very brief introduction of our program. So I hope that you'll be interested to join us. If you have any question, please feel free to ask now. Right, you can ask your question by type in the chat box, or you can just turn on your microphone. You just unmute yourself and just ask. All right, it seems there is no question. So if you have any question, please feel free to look at our website, or you are free to actually email us. We will try, of course, be very happy to answer any question that you have. All right. So thank you very much for joining this briefing today.